This is Good News with Don and Cheryl in Nashville and the historic Hermitage Hotel.
So many of the artists you know and love got their start singing in the church. So did our next guest. But she doesn't just save her songs of praise for the good days.
Oh, my soul, it will rejoice. So take joy, my King, in what you hear. May it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ears.
Tammy Trent, thank you so much. Now, we talked earlier about that song. Why did you choose that song?
Worship has always been a part of my life. I was raised in a Christian home my whole life and going to church and Christian music, and it's always been important to me. It's always been something you just sort of did every time you came to church. A really big turning point, pivotal moment, defining moment, however you want to describe that. Worship was the very thing that comforted me in the darkest minute of my life. So to me now it means something entirely different, you know, and even to say that I love you, Lord, is more of a confession of my heart, reminding me that no matter how bad things get in your life, to be able to stand on a solid foundation when everything else is crumbling around you and to still say, you are still worthy. Yeah. You're worthy of my praise. I love you. I trust you. I have faith. It's more for me in this season of my life, confessing. The more you confess, the more you believe. Right. So it's kind of it's a new season, a new place for me.
Now it goes back a little farther, doesn't it? Your story starts a while back.
It does.
Will you share some of your story
with us? I would love to. Well, I wasn't allowed to date till I was 16 years old. But the gentleman I had my eye on, I found out he sort of had his eye on me too, so I was so excited, secretly. When I turned 16, we started to date, and that really began a great adventure in my life. He was a young man that absolutely loved God, and he really loved the things of God. And he was truly interested in those things, yet he was so non-religious, but he had a very healthy relationship with Jesus, and I love that. It surrounded my life as a young girl, and I'd come from a broken home, so I hadn't really known consistent love from a father figure, from a man, I mean, that kind of thing. And so he was the first guy that walked into my life where I just thought, you are so cool. After 7.5 years of dating, I finally married him because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yes.
So we got married, and you know what? That truly began the adventure in my life. All that we experienced in our dating relationship now just overflowed into our marriage.
Right.
And it was a great marriage, a healthy marriage, a very fun marriage. And I took his first name as my last name. Together we were Tammy and Trent Lindering, but on the platform I became Tammy Trent. I could never imagine living my life without Trent. I never thought about living my life without Trent, and nothing ever separated us except for the water. Trent was a scuba diver. He had been certified since the age of 12. He was amazing at it, brilliant, studied it so well, researched everything, and it was just something I had no interest in. So it always separated us as I would wait on the beach for Trent while he explored God's amazing creations in the water, and he loved it. And it was in September of 2001, we were asked to go over to Jamaica on a mission trip. So the week before we left for Jamaica, we added maternity to our insurance, and we thought, this is gonna be exciting, a new chapter of our lives, and we'll just wait on God and see what he says. And so going there for that week, you know, we had no computers, no cell phone, nothing. It was just us, and we needed that time. And we had a great week together, and in between the vacation to start the mission trip, we had one day off. I knew he wanted to go diving at the legendary place called the Blue Lagoon. We headed over there, we had lunch, and then we sat on the side of the water while he suited up, getting ready to get into the water, and he said, girl, I'm just gonna be gone 10 minutes, 15 minutes. When I'm done, we'll go do something you wanna do. And I said, okay, Trent. We sat there on the side of the water for a while and talked, and then he slipped into the water, and halfway between the dock and the hole, Trent lifted up his head out of the water and he waved goodbye to me. And I had no idea at that moment that that would be the last time I'd ever see Trent again. I stood there on the side of the dock watching him come up and down for breath every 5 minutes. And then I sort of got sidetracked watching some other snorkelers and swimmers in the area. So I started to watch that hole. And I didn't see anything, and 10 minutes went by, so I got closer to the water and I started to watch more intently. I knew I'd have to see him. 10 minutes went by. I didn't see anything, and at that moment, fear completely came over me, and I just felt, something's wrong. Something's wrong.
We'll continue with Tammy's story in just a moment.